Hey everybody, let's do some of those hard problems from the chapter 9.2 to 9.4 review sheet. Here we go. All right, first thing, we got to deal with the parentheses up top, that 3x to the negative 1. And negative exponents scare me, so I'm going to bring it down to the bottom. So we're going to not touch anything else yet. We've got y to the negative 2, we've got negative 2x squared, y to the 5th, but then I've got that 3x to the negative 1, which very nicely now just turns into 3x to the 1. So now let's clean up the bottom. We'll leave the top as is, y to the negative 2. And now let's deal with this. Negative 2 times 3x to the first. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. X to the first times x to the second is x to the third. And we still have a y to the fifth there. So we're gaining on it now. I like my numbers. They're done. I like my x's, but we have to figure out the y's. If I have negative 2 on top and 5 on the bottom, there are more y's on top. How many more? Probably 7. So we're going to have negative 6, x to the third, y to the 7, and there is nothing on top, so we put our 1 as a placeholder, and we are done. All right, if you liked that one, you'll certainly like this one. Pause the video, give it a shot, and how'd you do? Hopefully you got it right. Same move here. Only difference here was we actually had to do a little work with the 4x squared. I turned that into 16x squared before I did my multiplication step. Hopefully I got that one right. How about number 24? All right, so the way that I think about this is I've got some numbers, some x's, some y's, and some z's. I am just going to deal with the numbers right now. I know that anything on the top can be canceled out or reduced with anything on the bottom. So I don't know, let's just start with the 18 and the 20. Divide those each by 2, and you're left with 9 and 10. What else? Ooh, I see this 10 right here and the 20 up top. Let's divide those both by 10. So you've got a 1 there and a 2 there. What else? Maybe the 27 and the 6. Divide each of these by 3. 27 divided by 3 is 9. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Ooh, I see 2's and 2's. Those just cancel out. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Sorry, I got so excited on that. All right, I think the last thing I can do is this 9 and 15. 9 and 15 both reduced by 3. So that turns into a 3 and a 5. So now let's just finish our numbers. Here I have a 9 times 3 times 1. That's 27 on top. 1 times 5 is 5 on the bottom. So we're done with our numbers. All right, how about our x's? I see, I'm just going to make a little note to myself. I see I have an x to the fourth on top and an x on the bottom, so that's just going to turn into x to the third on top. Y's, it looks like I have a y squared on top and a y on the bottom, so that's going to end up with a y to the first, or just y on top. And then I have a z to the fourth on top, a z to the fifth on the bottom. So I've got more z's on the bottom. I've got actually one more z. And my final answer is that. So again, I did it just like I do these other problems, it just looks a little different. I did my numbers, then my x's, then my y's, then my z's. All right, why don't you all try out this one? See if you get it right. All right, I'm back. Did you get that answer? I hope so. All right, how about number 25? This isn't too bad. I just know we didn't get to go over it today in class. So I'm going to distribute. So that's going to be 15x to the third minus 12x to the second plus 2x to the second. These two are like terms, so we can combine them. So my final answer is going to be 15x cubed minus 10x squared. And we are done skis. All right, if you like that one, why don't you try this one right now? Pause the video, see if you get it right. That's the answer I got. Hopefully you got the same one. All right, last one. Let's do that toughie. We did this before, but we'll do it again. I need everything to be the same base. So first, we don't need to touch the left side just yet because both of them have a base of 13. But I'm going to rewrite 169 as 13 squared. And now it's time to apply those exponent rules. I'm going to divide, same base, so we keep our base the same and we subtract. So 2x squared minus 3x They're not like terms, so I can't do anything else. And now I see that I have 13 as my base, so I'm going to set the exponent part equal to each other. So that's going to be 2x cubed minus, it looks like a 5, but that's a 3x still, equals 2. I'm going to subtract 2 to both sides. Sorry, that's x squared. My bad. 2x squared minus 3x minus 2 equals 0. And it is quadratic formula time. So we have x equals negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. All right, now we got to clean this up. Hope you enjoyed my singing. That will be available on Spotify any second now. We're going to have 3 plus or minus square root of 9. That looks like plus 16 all over 4. So that's going to be 3 plus or minus 5 over 4. So we got our two answers here. 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 3 minus 5 is negative 2 divided by 4. Negative 2 over 4 is negative 1/2. And those are our two answers. If you'd like to see another one like this, try out this one on for size. Pause the video. Come on back and see if you got those as the answers, 3 and negative 1. I was too lazy to do quadratic formula, but if you were to do it, hopefully you would get those answers. All right, hope this was helpful. Adios.